if we're inside, more than likely we'll have you holding a torch, right, and be behind me and a couple of other armored people. Um, and you have sleep. So
Okay.
to ready the spell would mean
Mm-hmm.
that you have to have an open hand to cast it, which means you can have your shield and a strapped. You can strap your shield to your arm and have a torch in it, so you can still have light and still have a shield, right? That way, if anybody shoots
Yeah.
anything at you, you have a chance to block it, and then you have your other open hand for sleep, because anything in line of sight, right? Anything you can see, you can sleep. Sleep can literally take out a whole room of enemies. They just go to sleep. It's amazing, but you only can use it once, and you have to be able to see all of them. If you can't see them, like you're around the corner or something, it doesn't help. So it usually takes a little bit to get you in a position to do it, but if you see a shit ton of enemies and we're fighting them, that's going to be the way to do it. It'll help a lot. But yeah, I think we should probably do kobolds. What do y'all
Our
think?
And
teammate.
like the sorry.
Dude, I really want to fucking
Kill
go
the
back to
dragon?
the exact same place and kill that dragon.
I don't
If
want to
it
kill that.
exists.
We're not ready for the fucking.
Jump the dragon.
It's not even a real dragon. It's a little fucking like wingless drake thing. It's a
Baby
little
Drake.
baby. But it will literally one breath
Oh,
attack will wipe the hallway if it's in a
I
hallway.
see.
It'll
Just
just kill us
send,
all instantly. Ruin.
just send all
That's why
of
we
them.
spread out. That's why we spread out. And
I mean,
now,
I don't.
and now he turned on a fucking
Yeah,
campfire to
exactly. Well,
remind
this is
us,
supposed to be cozy, but I think that's.
just to remind us of the fire and flames of that
No, I think
dragon.
that's meant to be cozy. I think.
All right,
Um,
ladies and gentlemen,
Just help.
your
Sorry.
break is over, so let's get back into it. And we just finished preparations, so now we're gonna start the game. All right.
Okay.
Just a friendly reminder: how the game starts is the dungeon master will describe to you the situation. Additionally, I'll also give you some background information, so you have a general idea of what happened prior to your existence today, um, so that you might make a better decision moving forward. All right. So. Uh, To describe it, basically, it's another summer day here in Down. It's the last month of June, or sorry, last day of June, and your party has gathered. A party of roughly 6 adventurers, some old timers, some recruits, um, gathered here in Down for an adventure. Down is a small medieval town along the coast, and many adventurers come here and use it as a base town or base of operation to set out into the wilderness in search of adventure. Right. Lots of opportunities to get gold and glory from local ruins, caverns, and such. Right, we have caves to the north and east, marked in locations that parties can visit and explore and loot. Right, and hunt monsters in. You've got an old temple to the southeast if you're interested. You've got uncharted territories beyond the eastern, northern borders. Right, you've got neighboring towns in case, or neighboring settlements in case you want to help them out. Down is just a frontier settlement. It's a pretty peaceful time, right? They're not currently really at war with anyone. Um, we've got Dog to the northeast. They're the actual frontier. They've got raiders along their borders. We've got miners in the mountains to the west. They've got problems with monsters under the depths of their mountains. But down is pretty peaceful. Every now and then they will get an occasional raid along the border to the east. We have orc territories in the woods here, dividing our kind of dividing the human territories from an elven territory to the east. For this cavern area, this grassy hill area, it's mostly an open plain, but every now and then we get the occasional raiding party, right? Kobold raiding party that visits border towns of Down or hamlets and such, right? So that's about it. You know, I think that should be a general idea of the situation you're in, right? And then, of course, some background reports. The last crew that was here or adventured yesterday, they came back from another somewhat successful expedition to the east. There were some maybe inner conflicts among their ranks, but overall they came back profitable, right? They hunted down some bandits, some uh, wanted men, right? Outlaws, and they got paid quite well for it, right? All right, so to start us off, who has an idea of what we want to do today for adventure?
Got some new people. Should we go fight low level stuff? Get you some levels.
Perhaps. Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
I think we should go kill a bunch of low level shit. There's kobolds. There's. I think we've killed all the wolves and goblins. We should probably inquire about work. That includes just the level stuff. Gary, I know you want to kill the dragon. I'm sorry. I want to kill it too, buddy, but I'm terrified.
I'm going to the cave again and going like more into it.
We can go back to the cave that we were in yesterday, and keep exploring where we found the bandits. If anybody would like to do that, I'm down to do that too. But if I see a dragon, I'll probably run the fuck away. I normally don't do that. So.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I find that whenever we make a plan, and yeah, I've been playing against as long as most of you, but whenever we make a plan, we're intercepted, so to speak, by the, let's just call them the random encounters. So we should have a plan to get by that initial random encounter. And I know that sounds weird and kind of, well, it is kind of metagaming, but yeah, how do we get about that? Should like two of us lock and load sleep spells and just like hammer whatever the first wave is with sleep spells, and then hope to the bejesus that we don't
anything
have
unexpected, typically I will run at it if it's close enough. If it's far, I switch to a bow and fire. But I almost always have my warhammer and shield out with a torch, and I try to put myself in between you guys.
Yeah, I see that.
Enemies. Jerry's usually right there backing me up, but we got a couple other people. Magic users, it's a good point to have the fleet ready if you have magic.
Right, yeah.
If you want to equip your shield and like sling it to your arm and then have a torch, that's cool. But essentially, if we get attacked by anything that's coming at us, because there'll be two types, one's passive, one's aggressive. If it's aggressive, we need to kill it as fast as we can.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a fucking dragon, or a chimera, or some crazy shit, and we'll all be like, "Oh fuck that, I'm out." Run.
Jump the dragon.
But yeah, so where do we want to go? Do we want to go back to the cave we were in yesterday? We know it kind of well. There's not many low-level enemies that we wiped out from the beginning. We can go deeper, but in that same area, there's a drake that can, for one breath hit, fry anybody, and it has to take magical weapons to kill it. And our magical weapons are melee weapons. So I don't recommend it. But we can get there. We'd have to take some kind of coordinated effort, and I don't know if you can blind them. I don't know if you can use sleep on them. I don't know how much you can affect the dragon with magic. So
Yeah, I don't think you can.
I'm trying to find it, but that's on the side. I think we should go to where the kobolds are. It'll help clear up some stuff. We're down if we want to go.
Where are the kobolds at?
They're in the cave to the north, I believe. Yeah.
Cave to the north.
Alright, is
Kobolds are
that
small, but they will.
everything we need to discuss? You guys ready to take action?
Would everybody like to go fight the kobolds? Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Is my money bank?
Alright, so in that case,
fucking pockets full of copper.
north where it is. So, for those who are not sure what's going on, the party was making plans out here in town on what they should do. They're finalizing the plans for the adventure, and they've concluded that they'll head north into the caverns here, where rumored kobold activity has been reported, right? So the usual course there is to, of course, continue on the road, and there's actually a trail out there on the road that will lead north to the first cavern entrance, the south entry, which is the most commonly explored entry, and is encountered by a crew of adventurers and such, right? So there's a base out there already, but there's also other entry points that are not as often visited, such as the west, east, and north entries. So if you want a very easy time and you want to explore the mostly empty cavern to scrounge any remains, you'll enter from the south entry, right? But if you want to go into areas that have yet to be explored, you might try the west, east, or north entries, right? So Any other questions or concerns before we begin our course of travel?
Can I really quickly bank my 228 copper that's in my pockets into the bank real quick?
Sure.
Thank you. That'd be tragic.
Why do you need to bank the money?
Why do we all bank it?
Yeah.
So if we die
You
with
die.
that, right, you lose it. If you bank it, you can get pay a tax like I think it's 15%, and it goes to your heir, or which is like another character you make. More importantly, it's also weighs like 228 copper weighs what 20 pounds,
Yeah, 100 copper is
something like that.
100 pieces of any coin is 1 pound.
100. Okay, so that was like 2.2 pounds then. So it just saves weight as well, but mostly because you want to save your money if you need to spend it on a new character. Everybody, let's go for the east entrance, okay? I'm good.
Thanks.
Let's
Yeah.
walk east side.
Alright. We begin our travels along the road. The road increases your rate of movement by roughly 50%. Grassland territories is no adjustment to travel. Same with this grassland territory. So instead of 2 miles an hour, you'll move at 3 miles an hour. The distance is roughly 3 miles away, so it should only take you an hour to get to the North Cavern, right? It's pretty quick. There are rumored activities of banditry on this road. Bear in mind, so we have to make an additional roll to see if you encounter bandits on this road. It's commonly used by the bandits to attack smaller groups such as your own. Alright, so first we're going to check for any encounters. No encounters, and we'll check for bandits. There's a 1 in 6 chance you encounter the bandits. Alright. Safe travels. After roughly an hour of marching on the road, you arrive, you moved on the road through the grasslands. And nearing the position, you come across a trail headed north through the grasslands, which takes you to the South Cavern. Upon arriving, you see, of course, an encampment built around the South Cavern entry. It consists of a campsite, a party of adventurers, a merchant caravan, and a crew of miners, right? Mining men. Otherwise, it seems that your crew is just passing by and making their way to the east entry. Any objections or concerns before we continue? Alright, so
I would
you've
like
passed.
to offer the.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I buy or trade for a pickaxe, or is there one lying around that I can use?
Yep. Alright, so merchants here will sell pickaxe to you for 6 coppers.
You have one on your
Oh, I do.
character, yeah.
Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Alright. Did anyone else need to do anything since Mitchell here? He stopped at the camp. He's talking with the merchants. Anyone else need to do anything? Others will move on. Get into work.
No.
I have nothing to do.
I'm good.
Perfect. Alright, we continue toward the east entry. And at this point, we'll move into a small scale map and begin our expedition into the eastern entry of the cavern system. Alright.
By the way, would anyone else like to lead today?
I'll leave.
Okay.
I'll look for them.
And then.
Never mind. Does anybody new want to lead?
Never make a new person lead.
I feel like Ming could do potentially a pretty good job, and maybe.
Yeah, he could. But he's also a mage, and I don't want to put a mage in the front of the field.
I mean, it makes my job simple. I just run at everything.
I could try lead, but I've never done it before.
That's fine. You're a fighter.
Yeah.
If you want, I could still lead, or Ming can lead, and you could be sergeant. I think Ming, I'm kind of trying to put you on the spot, to be honest with you.
No, man.
Okay, all right. I'll continue.
I don't think I want to leave. Yeah,
Alright.
you.
No, then
You're
I
doing
got
it
it.
well.
Then I got it. I got it.
You got it, Jerry. All right.
I got it.
I'm gonna do research on dragons. Lead the way.
Alright, we've got a 30-foot entry into the cavern. It only continues for about 10 feet before there's a tunnel to the north that continues deeper into the cavern. And we can see that, that tunnel heads straight into an intersection. So already you've got kind of a lot of decisions to make upon entry, right? It's not a straight path. And we can see about 30 feet in with the light of day. Okay, so light of day will be represented by a compass. In case you guys don't know your coordinates, it's also a little helpful hint. Alright. It is preferable for those who are not familiar to use coordinates in terms of directions, right? Instead of saying your left and right when we start. Let's see. Alright.
I'm going for that one, right there.
And then let's grab some tokens to represent your crew. Alright, so we'll just go down the list here. Let's see. Let's grab some tokens real quick. Alright, let's see. Ethan, if you see a token you like, let me know, and then just tell me to stop and I'll grab it. You can tell me by row and column. It's gonna represent your character naturally.
The one with the kettle hat.
This one right here?
Nice. Which one?
Yes.
Perfect.
Damn. You knew.
That's right. Kettle, that's the right name, right?
Yep.
Kettle.
That's fine.
I was looking at a different one. I didn't see that one, but that also one's pretty good.
Yeah, there were two.
Connor looks excited to be here, bro.
Yeah, I am. Woo, adventure mood.
And then Poseidon, when you see one, yeah, appreciate the excitement.
Watch him die in the first adventure.
That would be unfortunate. I can try to find your old token if you want, but if you want a new token, this is your chance to grab one.
Now we're taking a new token. The guy with the beard, go up.
This one?
The angry ass one?
One
Yeah.
more.
Hell yeah.
This
One
one?
more.
Oh.
No, further up. The guy who looks like a philosopher. Yeah.
He's so tired looking. Holy shit.
Tired ass cleric.
Alright,
That looks like Poseidon's after pick.
old and retired. Yvonne, your turn. If you see, oh wait,
Yeah.
you're not a. Yeah. Alright. If you see a token you want, we can just grab it. Just let me know.
What the fuck is that?
Oh,
Yeah, some of these are crazy, bro.
Alright.
Saw that shit.
I'm not even gonna say
Sandy, you
I'm
want?
trying to look. Second. Okay, wait, stop. No, go down. Um,
Hello?
no, I'm thinking, I'm sorry.
That one's got like some shit over its
It's
mouth.
difficult. No, go back up. Okay. I'm finding it.
That's all of them.
Okay, just pick the second one.
This one? Okay.
Yes.
Alright,
Wait.
and then,
What is that in her mouth? Okay,
I
okay.
don't know. I think it might be your shirt, bud.
Word.
yeah, I think that is your shirt.
It's a scroll. You're a magic user.
You can use your imagination. Alright. Let's see.
Damn, DM.
I think some of those tokens were supposed to be for, like, hookers,
Mhm.
maybe, for the town.
Damn. You really got to put
Alright.
that out there like that.
Anyway.
That's the one Bethany should have.
Very suggestive.
Where's the rest of the pic, DM?
I just grabbed them off a token website, man. So I make them.
Yeah.
Just black and white images.
Alright.
Alright, who's next? It's gonna be Jerry. If you see one you want, tell me to stop and I'll grab it.
Yes. Here's my normal one. Ooh, these are sick. Okay, I'll take
What?
that one right there.
This one?
Right in the middle. Up. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
A crusader.
There's actually an elf in there.
There's an elf. I'm always choosing the crusader as well. I don't
Mhm.
know.
It's not every day when you see a crusader elf.
All right.
Gonna be a fun time.
Let's see. Trouble, you
Oh,
you need
yeah,
one
brother.
too. So if you see one you want, let me know and I'll grab it for you.
Were you talking to me?
Yep.
I've already got a token.
You want me to grab
Do
your
I
old one?
not?
Yeah, you can. These are. If you want a new one, you can grab a new one. Let's see.
No, I'll just play the same one.
Mhm.
He's old, but he never ages.
Here we go.
Grab mine while you're there.
Can I also do that? Actually, can I just steal that one?
You want your old token?
Sorry. Yeah.
Mitchell, you want your
It's just quick.
Yeah, I like to I look like I've gotten hit over the head 1,000 fucking times.
your OG token? All right.
You're right, Jerry.
I think that should be everyone then. Yeah. So, let me get you guys' equipment before we head in. Starting with Poseidon. What do you want to equip?
Obviously, my gun.
I get my gun.
All right, that's it, right?
Here, this filthy
Or
casual.
do you want to carry a torch too?
No, but I am gonna have the arquebus loaded, so I don't run into the scenario of I need to load it while fighting.
All right, let's load it. Ivan, or
Cool.
Even, what would you like to equip when it comes to your gear? You can choose between polearm, shield, pickaxe, sling, torches, 10-foot pole. A lot of options for you. Grenades,
Can
oil.
I take? How many things can I take?
You only
I
have
can
2
give
hands,
recommendations.
so you can only equip 2 things. I think the party wants you to be the pole guy, trap checker.
The pole
Just thing.
is crazy.
Do you want to equip the
So-
pole?
Bye.
So there's a roll where you take your shield, you strap it to your arm, you hold a torch, and then you have a pole where you kind of like touch the ground, and it checks for traps, which keeps you safe and the party safe potentially. Or we can do, you can have just your magic, use your magic and don't use the pole, right? You just have your magic in one hand and you're like behind us, the fighters, that with the armor, so we can see you're our light source. If you'd like to do that, and if we get in trouble with a big group of enemies, you can just cast sleep on the enemy. Whatever you'd like to do.
Yeah. So like
It is.
the shield,
The torch.
the torch, and the spellbook.
Okay.
Okay, you don't need to equip the spellbook to use it. It's just to get to memorize a spell. So you're good. You already have sleep memorized. You need a free hand to cast a spell in this game. So if you keep one hand free, you'll be able to
Oh.
cast. The shield, you want to carry it in hand or do you want to wear it? Strap it. Okay, so you're not equipping it then. It's just strapped, right? You're wearing it.
Oh, okay.
Does that not give her damage? Or is it-
I'm asking her what she equips, right? Armor is already worn.
the
It's not
torch.
equipped.
Mhm.
All right, so you want a torch? Equip is in your hands. Okay, so she's equipping a torch, and do you want the 10-foot pole? You can detect traps with it. Is that fine?
For the spell.
Oh, you want it free for the spell?
want-
Okay.
Yeah.
If you
You can always drop
Sorry, go
the
ahead.
pole too in case you want to start casting. But we'll need a trap checker, so that might be you,
Do that.
unless someone else wants to
Okay.
volunteer as the pole checker or the trap checker.
Okay.
The
No
pole
one
checker's
else is a pole checker. I'll take it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the pole bearer. All right. Let's see. Connor?
Shield. Wow.
Yeah.
the squishiest person up front.
Cheers. Shield's from Warhammer.
I like Connor's style. Fuck with it.
It's already ready to go. Very decisive. That'll be very important. in
No,
combat.
just the shield and Warhammer's
Oh, yeah.
solid choice.
Very solid. Maybe if Mitchell dies, he would inherit it on the field, right?
I swear to God. Yeah. I swear to God. I'll
Alright.
just pay for him to have a magic one too.
Trouble. You want to equip your bow or something else?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be longbow for me.
Gotta go. Then Mitchell, torch and polearm or something else? Oh, you don't have a polearm.
No, I
anymore.
don't have the polearm. Yeah. We're gonna do shield and warhammer with
Yeah.
yeah. Formation wise, guys, me and Connor probably should be in the front. I know we have
Yeah.
a pole. I don't really know how to deal with the pole checker, or whatever the fuck we call this thing, trap checker. But
Yeah, I guess they'll stay in the front until there's an encounter, and they should fall back. So we need to watch
Well, I mean,
the space on
the
either
traps.
side.
Can we just step in? Can we just step on one by accident, or is it like it has to be? It's like booby trap items. What's what?
So the idea of a pole is that it will trigger a trap before you step on it, right? And it'll blow up 10 feet away from you, right?
So we gotta mine the cavern with cobalts in it. That's so fucking cool. Yeah. So
All right, Jerry, what do you want to equip? It's your turn now. Buckler and sword, or
Yeah, can I attach one of Ivine? Can I have a torch? And then can I strap it to the shield?
that you're holding?
Yeah.
You could. The shield will become cumbersome though, so it'll lose initiative, right? It's only half effective at that point. Is that okay?
What does that mean?
So imagine, you know,
What
I
does
mean,
that-
it's just a lot
what does that
slower.
mean for?
You know, you're gonna add weight on there. It's also a fire hazard, right, on your buckler, right?
Okay, I don't want to do that then.
It can be
I
done.
am
It's
just
just a
going
bit
to-
dangerous, right? It's a flaming torch. If it was a candle, it might be safer if you somehow had a candle attachment.
Yeah,
to it,
never
like a
mind.
lantern.
Never mind. I'm just gonna.
Buckler's
I'm gonna light a candle to my lantern.
Okay, the usual for Jerry.
Yep.
Alright,
You
so-
go for Jerry.
I have a question. Aren't bucklers usually metal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be conducting heat then, right? If you put a torch in there, it'd be a fire hazard for his hand.
That's horrible. That's a horrible
I
idea.
see.
All right. You've got a candled lantern
I'm not
on your
thinking.
belt.
you guys forget you can use it to cook.
All right.
Fries and egg on this buckler.
Let me expend resources real quick. We've already for preparations before we go into the cavern. Actually, Evine, she lit a torch, and then Jerry lit a candle. Let's see. I forgot to expend a candle from your last usage, so you should only have 4 left. All right. And it looks like we're all ready to go in. Who would like to lead? Up to 2 people can lead at once, since it's a 10-foot wide
I
tunnel.
think
So perhaps
Ivine and
right.
me. I'm gonna have Ivine like
Ivine.
checking the area before we walk in. Oh wait, Jerry, your leader. Fuck my bad.
No, that's a great idea.
And then if you like.
I'll
who's
take
leading?
point. So it'll be me and Ivine. Ivine searching ahead with the pole. And then let's get the gunners.
Is that fine? We got rear guard,
No.
shooters,
Yeah, that's perfect actually. Real good. Yeah.
and
And
then
then that way, if we need to, we'll spread out more as soon as we all get into the cave. Does that make sense to everybody? Because we're not gonna have time to talk, when shit starts flying.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, prep.
We should
Yeah.
all be cognizant of what each other has as weapons, so we don't get in the way of each other with our moves.
and don't feel, yeah. I do recommend, you guys utilize your mapped positions, right? Just because you're in a tunnel doesn't mean you're trapped in a tunnel, and withdrawal doesn't mean retreat, right? Means you might be tactically repositioning your crew, right? So don't be afraid to fall back, right, to a more advantageous position. So I see that happen a lot. You guys trap yourself in a tunnel, only 2 people can do things at a time, while the others just sit there in the tunnel waiting to die, right? So, alright, we got a 30-foot wide entry point. It's pretty much clear so far. Nothing really stands out to you. This is supposedly the east entry into the cavern. Let's see. Alright, so. Let's see. Actually, yeah. It is flipped, so. Forward is east. Or no, forward would be west, yeah. There we go.
Is that light thing my torch?
Yeah,
Mhm.
so wherever you go, you've got light on you.
Yeah.
Alright. So the only way forward is west, unless you want to check out these out or these like corners of the entry. But so far it's just a open cavernous entry. Rocks, dirt, vines. Jerry and Evine, how would you like to proceed? West, northwest, or north or southwest?
West. I'm making sure everybody has each other's hand on each other's shoulders, or at least is, making sure we all
I'm
are
grabbing
walking
right
together.
under that butt cheek.
We're all
like,
holding
how
each
you
other's
go.
hand. Yeah,
Grabbing the back of the
yeah.
thigh.
Alright,
West, baby.
west is the only way forward, at least into the
Gripping on
deeper
me,
parts.
thigh,
Right.
bro.
So moving west. Let's see. Alright. Evine tapped something unusual up ahead. It's not triggered, but the floor does move up ahead, particularly this area. Evine has identified a trap, right? The floor here is soft. It like bends under the weight of our pull.
Mhm.
Appears to be a trapped area up ahead. She prods the area and detects that, of course, this roughly 5-foot area within the tunnel is the floor at least is weak, right? Could mean that there might be a pitfall trap or a pressure plate or something, but the floor is of course not the same as the rest of the floor, right? Solid ground. You can go around the area that she's detected, of course.
Around that?
Yep. You'll have to. It will be a slow advance. You have your speed to, carefully creep around it. And she'll continue prodding the area up
What if
ahead.
it's a trap that closes the whole fucking cave?
Wait, no. Before anybody starts doing that, no, nobody's pushing in yet. That's not what's happening.
Oh,
I
we
grab a
stopped.
rock and should I throw a rock
You gonna drop a rock in there?
into
Well,
it?
keep in mind the cavern is we're still in the mouth of the cave. Don't throw a rock
Yeah,
yet. Get
well,
us clear of.
well, that's what I'm saying.
Get us all. If you want to do fuck with
if
it, I'll get
this-
everybody out of it. Because you're
Yes,
like.
yes. Before everybody gets close to it.
Well,
we sorry. We just tapped it, right? I want everybody to step back before anything like happens.
I
Alright.
completely clear it. Cause,
Alright,
Yeah.
the party has backed off, right? You just want to grab a rock and drop it in there?
I just want to. Yep.
Alright, you pick up a rock from the cave, the entry cave, easily found, and you drop it in there, right? The floor is weak and gives away. Turns out there was a tarp covered in sand and dirt, loosely fastened to solid ground up here, right? The surface. The tarp goes down
Yep.
and drops down into a 10-foot pit. There's water down there, right, from the rainfall that pours into the cave. And there are spikes, wooden stakes pointing up, right? So you've triggered a trap. You've revealed an open pit trap now. This is now no longer a trap. It's mostly now a hazard, a walking hazard. So just be wary of it, right? It's no longer dangerous. It's been disabled, but it can be dangerous, right? It's not a danger anymore. It's now just a hazard.
How many people in there?
happens. Hopefully you don't die. You'll be fucked up, and then we have a
Freaking
rope, but like,
Down in the
Yeah.
pit, you do see a victim down there. Skeletal remains are spotted down in the pit.
Love to see that. Okay, cool. Everybody, let's go very carefully along the sides.
walking in the fucking-
Exact same thing we were already gonna do, but I just wanted to make sure.
It's an IED.
Yeah, it's not easy, or
Closes the
magical.
cave on us.
Alright, Ivan gets
Well,
back.
at least
over
it's disabled instead of
Yeah.
well,
Trap disabled.
obvious instead of
Well,
at least it's more obvious then.
If
we
you
know
want
what it is,
to
yeah.
repair this area of the floor, you have to come back with like some wood or something, right? That way it will no longer be a hazard if you cover the pit. But for now, it's a trip hazard.
I would do
or
it.
a fall
I would
hazard.
kill
do
enough
that.
people to put their bodies in to fill it up. It's fine.
Fill it with cobble bodies.
Alright, the area toward the west is clear. You can see there's strange growth on the corner here. Appears that this is a copper vein. And maybe the rest of this tunnel was copper vein too, but it's already been dug out. So remnants of copper vein, or remnants of copper ore in the ceiling and the floor, but mainly there's a dense amount of copper in this particular corner if you wanted to mine it out. So this is a copper vein cave, right? Copper vein. To give you an estimation of how dense it is in copper compared to the rock, basic cave wall. Let's see. All right, we've got maybe this particular area here looks like it holds about 8,000 pounds, which is 800 coppers worth of copper ore, right? So 8,000 pounds of copper ore if you wanted to become miners and go mining for
That would
copper.
take forever.
Maybe we should change profession.
Well, we have a pickaxe, but we can do that after.
8,000.
That's
Eight-
8,000 copper
800
ore
copper
that converts
pieces.
to 800 copper, right?
Yeah, but
Yep.
how much does that weigh?
8,000
Yeah,
pounds.
yeah, exactly. We have to cart it out. It's not
Yeah.
worth the time right now.
Mm,
And we make a bunch of noise, and the
So-
kobolds will be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Nah, keep going.
Alright. Otherwise, the way west and way south is clear. How would you like to proceed? Jaren, Evine, you're taking
Go.
points, so you guys decide.
Let's go west. Let's go west. What do you think, Evan?
I was gonna say south, but let's go west.
Okay.
Alright.
Right now it's just a wild guess, I guess, right? So, she thinks south, but she agrees to go west.
Let's go south. Let's go south. Fuck
South?
it. I'm down for south. Yep.
Alright, south it is then.
90-degree turn, baby.
Can you fit your pole in that small hole?
Alright, so toward the south, it appears maybe this might bend the right way at least. At least you can clear it and finish identifying what's here, because to the south is a dead end. So maybe that was the right way to go, right? Then you can resume travels to the
Okay.
west.
That's okay. That's okay.
Just like
You know, in caves, what you're supposed to do is you're always supposed to follow the left wall. So
We've got
let's
don't worry, I'm mapping.
a hole here in the wall. Right, a burrow. Something might be living in there.
What the fuck? I don't know. Cool.
no,
Boss
we
man,
keep.
can I yelled at Boss Man to say, "Hey, we have grenades. You want to put one in the hole?"
No, we tried to do that earlier. It's
A bad idea.
It's not.
Okay.
a bad idea. We're better off just letting the rats fucking
Alright.
crawl out of it.
You can see that there are a lot of flowers growing on the walls here.
What the fuck?
What?
I'm scared.
In this particular
I'm scared.
alcove. Wallflowers, right? If you're interested. Otherwise, you can continue.
I don't do plants.
It's a
Yeah, I don't want that.
narrow exit here with a narrow tunnel continuing further south. If you're interested. 5 foot wide.
Anybody want to do it?
I'm not going through them fucking flowers. No. I know spooky,
Mm.
scary caves, not nice flowers. That's weird.
Alright.
Well,
yeah.
usually I would say. I would
You
say
guys
something.
wanna
Oh,
throw an oil flask at it? Sorry to interrupt.
I would even
Burn
say
me,
fucking.
Why waste it? Why waste it? We could just keep moving.
Yeah.
Advance west.
And I'm
Okay,
behind you
cool.
guys. If anything comes from behind, I will fuck it in the face.
Yeah, we'll just keep moving. That's my
There you go.
Alright, it's not a vote. Let's go. We're moving.
Let's go.
There's my captain.
What?
Nothing. Being a jackass.
The cave continues toward the west. Characters are mapping out the new area up ahead. At the moment, they've stopped to map. They can map that there's another intersection up ahead. Very similar to the first one. Continues south down one path, and then west goes further in. Alright. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yep, everything seems pretty clear so far. Nothing too serious. Shall we proceed west? You've just mapped out the
You
area.
mind zooming out real quick?
This is as far as you can see. With the light.
I know. I meant the stuff we already passed.
Oh, sure.
You can't zoom it. Okay, never mind. I'll make it. There you go. Thank you. That's all I need.
Alright. So, yeah, if we proceed west, do you guys want to continue west past the intersection, or south, or something else? How would you like to proceed?
I think south. I think south is a good idea. Again.
Our exploration rate, by the way, is 20 feet per turn. So, we just hit a turn. Oh yeah, that's not accurate at the time. Let's see. Should be about, you enter the cavern at 10:10, so it should be 10:20. Oh no, it only took you 1 hour to get here. It should be 9:10 or 9:20. I mean. Torch and candle were lit at 9:10, which is when you entered. All right. Toward the west, you said you want to continue west, right? Ignore 0 to the south. It's clear so far. Oh, Ivan, you tap another weak floor up ahead.
Damn.
It's another one. So she identifies another trap with her pole. Another 5-foot pitfall trap.
Yeah.
You guys
Set
want to
up
disable?
another.
Yep.
I'm gonna. What's my perception?
Disable?
Who has the highest perception?
Thieves usually have the best ability to see things that are hidden. Hidden being that it's covered or concealed. Naturally, this isn't hidden anymore because you've just identified
Inspect it. Is it another turret?
it. Yeah, if you look at where she tapped, you can clearly see kind of along the ledge of where she tapped, there are fasteners, 4 total, right? 1 at each corner. Fasteners are small nails, so it's probably another tarp.
Okay.
Same
Okay.
trap.
I don't think we need to worry.
You can
about
avoid it. She can like draw
Let's
out
just
where it
avoid it.
is.
Let's
or-
not waste time.
You can also try to trigger it.
Let's.
Every time you
head
trigger it
south.
though, it makes
Let's
noise.
head south.
So I gotta do a
Why
noise
the
check.
hell would there be wallflowers and 2 traps on these? Whatever, dude.
Yeah. So if you do disable the trap, it will be safe for your crew because now you can clearly see it, right? But also you'll make noise, so there's a risk as well. Sudden splash of water, possibly, can alert nearby monsters to your position.
Yeah.
We
You know
don't
what?
want that.
I will just. I'll grab another rock over from the side and I'll drop it in there. Fuck it.
Bro,
Why?
You wanna do it?
Whatever. Disable it.
hold
Disable
your-
the trap.
hold your
Make it
shield
safe.
up. That's what I'm saying.
Before you do that, also
Can you just not pick up the top?
another thing to note is we've got another copper vein over here to the south. This one
Damn.
we're at 10,000.
Fashion seems
DM's
very.
really trying to get us to stop and start mining so that we can ambush us.
Or change profession. I don't know.
All right, 10,000 copper ore vein, right? So, wait. Alright. So we got another vein of copper. This one's a little stronger than the last one. Which way do you want to proceed? You guys said you want to, before proceeding, you want to disable this trap?
Yeah.
Alright. Evine, do you want to help Jerry do that or something else? Or do you want to stand watch?
He can do it himself.
Okay, okay. So in that case, you need another
Yeah.
rock. The only loose rocks were at the entry. So there's no loose rocks here, or at least no heavy ones. There might be like small stones on the floor,
Wait,
but it's not heavy enough to take
no,
down
you
a
have
tarp.
rocks in your bag.
She can also
Right.
stab the tarp down, maybe, right, with her pole. She puts her body weight into it.
Do that. I
Or
don't
you
want to
can
waste too
take
much
out the
time
fasteners.
going out.
So, Evine, do
We
you
know
want to
it's
just...
there. We know it's there. If you fall into it, it's on you. Okay, I'm shouting out to everybody. There's a trap right here. There's a tarp. We're gonna.
Why he's shouting?
Because
That's
he's in
bad.
charge, dummy.
I know, but you don't need to be shouting, don't you?
Hey,
I'm shouting towards you guys, so
Yep.
not towards the cave. That
we
would
got
be
helmets.
idiotic.
We got helmets on, bro. We can't hear shit.
Yeah.
Ah, fair enough. What?
Okay.
Alright,
So we're gonna head toward the sun.
South. Alright, make your way toward the south. And similarly, it is a dead end. But the only difference is that there's nothing in it. Okay, so you headed
What's
south.
the difference?
There's nothing in this one. Like the
There's
first one had a
nothing.
tunnel. So it's just an extra space
Okay,
here
cool.
to take cover behind. And at this point,
Cover
you can,
behind is
if you want, you
crazy.
can explore it further. Otherwise, you can continue west. How would you like to proceed?
I'll continue. I'll continue.
With
West, okay. No contact yet. No sign of treasures. No signs of monsters. Just traps so far and other entries. Alright. Alright, next area is being mapped. Another turn. We are now at 9:30. Let me do an encounter check. If any, we have contact up ahead. Alright, it's been very quiet in the cave, fortunately, so you're free to keep exploring in peace. Toward the west, a new area is being mapped. Appears to be very similar to the first area and the second area. Another
Oh
intersection.
God, if there's another trap.
In a repeating cave.
If there's another trap, that would be.
So keep in mind,
Very-
we're in a mine that's also a cave potentially. So it would
No,
be.
no.
This is how strip mining works. Like they
No.
can push.
This is a riddle.
Not real.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Motherfucking elves, bro.
Alright,
I swear they're hiding kites.
Okay.
The
okay.
traps are interesting
Um,
though, but you know.
I think there might be another trap in the middle. I'm gonna keep extra aware of that spot right there.
And
and
if
stay-
the stick don't find it,
Uh-oh.
okay,
We gotta go.
so
Ooh.
you have moved in, right, westward. Intersection to the west, it's barren. And then of course we have a small camp here. So something changes. There's a small little fire pit here. Right, so fire pit to the south. That's what you spot. And let's see. Aside from that, we do have contact. Someone else is down here with you. They appear to be asleep. Or let me check if they're surprised or not. They are not surprised. So maybe they have a guard as well. But maybe half the group is asleep, half the group's on watch. And they're starting to stir awake as you approach with your torchlight, as a band of adventurers approach with torchlight. There are a total of 3 of them resting here at this fire. We've got 1, 2.
A little bunch.
I don't know about that.
Alright. So as you approach, I'll see how they react to you. Reaction is confused, uncertain. You know, Jerry,
I'll push
Evine,
in front.
how do you
I'll
want to
push in
react? You
front.
see three of them, you step forward. The dwarf is
Yep.
confused. He says, you know,
I'll put my shield up.
Hello there.
I'll say, put
Who
your
are you?"
weapon away.
His weapon is lowered already. He's
Yeah,
not.
but-
He's a guard. He's got a crossbow or an arquebus in his hand. So he says, you know, "Hail there. What brings you to the cavern?"
What brings you here? Are you? What are you guys here for?
He says, "Hey,
You're
well,
lucky you have
I
high
asked
enough
first,
charisma.
but I will explain what we're doing here after you explain why you are approaching us like this, armed and
Oh
ready
no!
to fight."
Come on, I have an 18 crew.
I got it.
Okay.
We're on the hunt for treasure, brother. The fuck?
Yeah, I
can't-
know.
you
We're
can't
on the
hear you,
hunt
Mitch, you're
for
in the back.
treasure.
Okay.
If you guys aren't
Screaming from
Yeah.
the back.
trying
You're
to
here for
kill
treasure.
us,
Well, I suppose.
do you know anything about treasure?
Yes, this is a copper. This is a copper vein. We are here to investigate rumored potential more valuable ores down here, further ahead. We are just resting up from our last expedition. These men are waking right, just coming out to greet you. Good morning. Good morning.
Be careful.
Oh my God, he's ugly. Sorry.
Come on.
Saying that out loud is crazy as fuck. Alright.
No, look at him, dude. He's all beat up. He's so sad. Yeah. Give me a
Alright, he
charisma.
reacts negatively to that. He says, "I'm not trying to impress anyone here, but what's an elf doing in this cavern? Right? I can smell it." He smells the elves in the group.
Oh, wait, yeah, elf gets
Oh,
dwarf. Let's
oh,
go. Alright, well, classic show.
Elfkins.
Okay, whatever. I'm
You're
here for
free
weird.
to
If you
explore
guys,
for treasure if that's all there is you want. Just
maybe
let us
we'll
rest
see,
in
maybe
peace.
we'll see you
and
guys later.
you may be on
But
your way.
this conversation's over. Have a good one, guys. Stay safe. And we marched right past.
Best of luck. Right. We are going to
Stinking
the
elf.
back, to our rest.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
I'm watching that elf. Right. He's a bit concerned.
Wait.
I take the high road. I take the high road 90. I take the high road 99% of the time.
Nah, you definitely farted on your way out.
Right. The dwarf here says, "Be wary of traps up ahead. There have been a lot of them, laid by the kobolds living further in." Alright. So you pass through this area.
I want to talk
Oh
to
yeah,
you so
let me
fucking
do a.
bad right now.
Well, we didn't do a noise check for this because you didn't disable it. If you did disable it, it could have done a noise check and kobolds could have come rushing. But yeah, you have made very little noise. The next area is being mapped. Do we want to stop and keep talking with them? It takes time to do that. Turns, right?
I want to flip things up real quick.
Alright, if it's alright with you, Jerry, you're gonna stop moving and give Mitchell a chance to talk with them because you're a leader, right? You're leading.
So I want to.
You and Evine.
I want to swap out with Ivine. I want to put Ivine behind me. I want to take the pole, and then holster my my warhammer. That way you have someone that won't die immediately when if we get into a fight. That was pretty bad. She was in between everybody. Ivine, do you mind if I take your pole and
No,
do your
you
job?
can take it.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Is that okay with everybody?
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
there's just the pole.
I just need her pole because I have and if she has a lit torch,
Sure.
I'll hold the torch and strap my shield to my arm.
Okay. And then
Welcome to the back, guy.
Evine, what do you want to take out instead since he's taking your gear? Or do you want to give her your shield and hammer?
Like,
No.
taking.
So I can still draw that quickly. She has currently, give her my longbow and arrows, and oh, you have grenades, bro. You got all this shit, man. Like, give her my longbow and arrows though, and that way she has something besides her sleep spell if she needs it, and just be ready with the arrow if you need to be. Okay.
Is that fine with you, Evine? Do you
Her
want to
dex is
prepare the bow and arrow?
Yeah, her dex is fine.
You want to use your polearm, arrows, or something else? Or polearm, bow and arrows, or something else? Polearm?
Oh, because I'm on the back.
If you use a polearm, you can potentially stab around me if we work together. I think.
She said polearm, right?
Okay.
Okay.
I have
She got the
3 health,
polearm
so be
out.
careful. Watch this Stevie Wonder shit.
Alright, we sent Evine to the back. And, yeah, the dwarves are very peaceful. Except this one. He was cold ugly, so he's a bit angry at the elf, but everyone else is very friendly.
I'll wait to dwarves. Fine.
Okay.
As we walk by, I make the comment, the reason the elf wears the helmet is because he's uglier than a pig's ass.
Alright. He reacts positively to you, most likely.
Take that chair?
There we go, bet. We made friends.
Yeah. You want to take that chair?
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
let's
You
move on.
you hear Jerry make a oinking noise?
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Alright. Similarly, we've got another alcove up here.
Dude, it's a fucking riddle.
It's not a riddle, it's a strip mine. My thing is like, I want to be up front because whatever we find, we're not gonna have a lot
Keep
of
poking.
movement.
Keep poking and prodding. Keep poking and
Oh yeah, I'm
prodding.
Stevie Wonder right now, baby.
Alright. Seems pretty clear. Yeah, seems quite clear. However, we've got a much denser vein out here of copper ore.
Oh my lord.
The dwarves
Dude.
don't want it, we don't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes too much time to mine. It's not worth it. They think that there's more valuable things deeper in this cave. Alright, so we've got... Okay, this one's a little small, but yeah. Copper ore vein. 600 pounds.
Like your mom.
But there's another one. The thing is, there's another one here. That's why it's a little more dense.
Sorry.
We've got 2. Alright, we've got 400 here. So overall, 1,000 pounds of copper ore in this area. But it's more spread out. Not as dense maybe, but it's more spread out. The vein. Alright. Yeah, as we proceed, you're carefully exploring, prodding, torching, and weapons ready. Another trap was detected just now by the pole. Very similar, probably the same as the first kind of traps. You can already kind of see a pattern, right, where they've been laid. It's every other. Right.
It's almost like they're defending the people that are mining.
Okay. Pitfall trap identified, right. Humans are pretty good at identifying traps. Some animals not so much, right? Maybe it's to keep away rats, who knows, right? But
Did someone say rats?
covered, right? No, just
Rats.
suggesting it could be.
That might be great.
You haven't seen any signs of rats yet, nothing like that. There's no rot or death in the area. There's a clear, open cavern continuing
Yep,
west.
keep it moving.
Yeah, empty alcove here, empty tunnel to the west. Mitchell and Jerry lead the way, Trouble, Poseidon following, and then Connor and Evine bringing up the rear. No contact yet, so it's been a very dull but
So
peaceful
ready for shit, too.
exploration of the cavern. Alright, we've got some changes up ahead, finally. Appears that there's a 4-way intersection up here, right?
This is where the south probably would have been. Let's see what pen and paper has. Dog.
Alright, so 4-way intersection up ahead. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so it's
I'm
supposed to
making
look something
nervous
like this. Appears to be a dead end, though. We might have found the end of the cavern. Let's see. For the most part,
Sorry, DM, are you still streaming?
Yeah, he is.
yeah. Alright, for the most part, it's clear. And then,
Oh my god.
we finally have some movement. Let's see. Yep. Alright, we got movement up here. Appears to be... As you're approaching, it appears to... Let me see if we're surprising them. They're not surprised. They're ready for us. You hear whispering, scampering feet. We've got... Let's check their numbers real quick.
Scampering feet. These are rats.
Maybe a little less than a dozen of them. Okay, let me put them on the board.
Fuck.
Alright.
Gonna hold this fucking pass, bro.
Fucking rats again.
I think it's kobolds actually.
Ah, okay, fine.
He said whispering something.
Alright.
This where I shoot one.
It is
and
10
the
o'clock,
bullet goes through
so-
the other one.
Whoa, whoa,
Bear
whoa!
in
Why are you
mind-
shooting? What the fuck?
It is 10 o'clock right now,
Relax,
so...
No
We are
noise.
2 hours
Gotta
into
put
our game, I
tokens
just
down.
realized. So let's take a small halftime break.
Dude is so ready to shoot some shit.
Take 5
Oh
minutes,
my lord.
gentlemen.
I'm
Take 5
so
minutes.
fucking ready to make sure whatever comes at us dies.
Yeah, we finally have contact,
Yeah.
most likely. So we're... But before we
Keep
start our
going.
combat,
You're
please
mean.
take a 5-minute break, because we just went another hour into our game. So take a small break, get a drink, stretch your legs. Come back in 5.
How
Yeah,
about we
I
stretch our
can't see the
imagination?
stream.
What's
Okay,
up? Is it not working?
Press
Where
control.
do you have to go for?
Oh, you have to head out?
You have to
Just like a break? No, I don't know. I
Okay.
mean, I should have, but I'm not going to
Oh.
because the first time I play with you guys, I don't want to like leave in the middle of the thing.
I appreciate you, Evine. Thank you for staying as
thank
long
you
as
very
you did.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you told me it's gonna be for 1 hour, and
Yeah,
that
it's
was
1 to
like
3
an hour
hours.
and a half ago,
Yeah,
and it's
okay.
2 in the morning where I am.
You can leave. But before you go, can you give me your knapsack and the stuff that we gave?
I mean, she
Not
says she's
leaving.
not leaving yet, so
I'm gonna get
Oh, okay.
like.
let her.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you need to, no
Do
worries.
you have an
But
estimation?
what was that?
Do we have an estimation of the time?
Yeah. So probably after this combat, we'll head out. Once we get our profits.
Yeah, so it'll probably be at most another hour. If we play well, it'll be 30 minutes.
Yeah, if it's fast combat, if we can kill them really fast, then we can end it soon.
Yeah.
But
During our 5-minute break, I have a pretty good plan if you guys want to hear it.
yeah, go ahead and have your break.
Yeah.
Okay. You set that timer, DM.
Yeah. It's,
Thank you. Alright, hear me out, guys. This is a bunch of fucking kobolds and a bunch of cracks and corners. We can't shoot an arrow or shoot our guns past us, me and Jerry. If me and Jerry move in, we will let basically all of them rush us down the cave, and we can't run back because we have to go real slow around the pitfall traps. What we can do is me and Jerry hold the front, right? Iveen, you have grenades and sleep. We won't push into this cavern. What we'll do is we'll try to slowly come up to we'll be at the mouth of it. You can be behind us and light a grenade and throw it into the cavern, right? Into the back. It'll blow up. What we'll try to do is we'll try to use the grenades to clear out any groups of enemies that are potentially back there, right? We heard scampering feet and whispering, which means there's quite a few of them. And from the shape of the cave, we can't clear it all at once. Once you throw your first grenade, you have sleep memorized. Whatever comes at us, right, whether it's 4 or 5 of them, if there's light in there, we can see it. Jerry, you can cast light. I'd recommend we light this whole fucking area up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Ming and Odysseus, you guys, if you want, you can pull back so we're not trapped, right? There's 2 ways we can do this because of the orientation of the cave. If we're at the mouth and Ivan's here, if you guys are inside of the one of like the southern facing like the southern tunnels, we can retreat past you guys. You can fire upon anybody that advances on us, and then we can collapse back in on them, or we can just, you know, make our way out after you blast them. But it's a little risky. What I would prefer to see is you guys kind of go back, drop back to the one with the trap, right? Stand behind the trap, and that way, if we have to retreat, we can go around the corner, and you can fire down the hallway if need be.
Alright, so go behind the trap and get ready to shoot in worst case scenario. Okay.
Yes, and it'll be a very you'll know what's going to happen because you'll see us running down and in south into that other corner. We'll basically go down in there, and me and Jerry will be a shield wall, so Iveen doesn't get hit. But hey, I mean, she can get one hit from a rock to the head, and kobolds have slings and shit all the time.
Hey Ross, man. What do I do with my sleep spell?
Your sleep spell? I don't think that necessarily we need to worry about too much of it. One grenade and a sleep spell should clear this place out. If it doesn't, you have a bow and you have your memorized, right? So you could just drop your bow and cast it if shit hits the fan, but you have to be able to see all of them, so they would have to all be in the hallway.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
She's behind us in the mouth of it. She can see it if after Jerry casts light, potentially, on everything. But we're not going to cast light until she throws that first grenade.
Okay, fair enough.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Connor, you have to stay in the back, because if this makes noise that rats come from behind us or whatever the fuck we're in those other holes, you're the only one that can help. So
All right.
You're gonna protect the ranged people. You're gonna protect the rear.
So it's guaranteed
There's
going
no
to make
rats.
a lot of noise.
Oh no, but we know there's shit in there. Hopefully it's not people, but we hear the scampering. People don't scamper. Kobolds do.
Alright, gentlemen, the break is over. We're gonna get into it. So, I'll place where you can hear the positions. So far, we can hear them just around the corner for sure. Alright. It should be almost all of them counted for.
That's a lot of kobolds.
Alright.
Yes.
So,
They'll all attack at the same time.
Jerry, you have first action. You know, you arrive, you can hear scampering feet, whispering barks and whimpers right up ahead. How would you like to proceed?
I would like to cast light.
Alright, what do you want to cast it on?
Right in front, about
On the floor?
25 feet in front of me.
Alright,
Yeah.
so you can cast it like a small rock on the ground. And wherever that rock is, as long as it's unchanged from that position, it'll be magically lit. So Jerry starts the adventure off by casting light. Are you using a scroll, right?
No, my spell.
Okay, so you say you sheathe
I
your
sling
sword.
my shield. I sling my
Your
sword.
shield. Okay. One or the other. Which one? The sword.
Sword.
Okay. You sheathed
bad.
your sword, right? And you started to launch a spell in the position of the enemy. As you're starting to cast, right? Mitchell, what would you want to do? Switch your equipment?
Yes, I would like to set my pole down and drop my torch where I stand, draw
It'll
my
get dark,
shield, and draw my hammer.
It will get dark if you drop the torch.
Oh, get darker? Okay, I would like
Yeah,
to
a
take
lot
out
darker.
my warhammer.
Is that fine? Okay.
Yeah.
So, torch and pole fall to the ground, right? Or are set down. So as you're setting these things down, of course the radius is reduced. You no longer equipped with light, and it gets hella dark, right?
Need to see.
Why is it dark?
Yeah. that,
Okay, don't worry about that lady. That lady's just always
that lady's there, you know.
Alright, so torch here. Okay. So your torch falls. Here's the radius. It becomes half.
Mhm.
Alright, conditions are dark. As you're dropping this, what are you pulling out right after?
I like to pull out my shield and warhammer.
Alright, that's your turn. So, as Mitchell is switching his gear, as Jerry is preparing to cast a spell, Trouble, what is your move gonna be?
I guess I'm going to look for line of sight and see if I can get a shot off if I need to. So basically standing by.
Okay, so looking for an opening, you're on ready. Are you ready to fire? Poseidon, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm on the other side of that trap, am I not? I'm down there. Yeah, okay. Do somewhat the same as travel. Keep my eyes out and get ready with the gun.
You want to
In
move up to
worst
this
case scenario.
wall? Use it as cover?
No, I don't want to move.
Okay.
I don't want to move closer.
Alright,
In case that Mitchell wants to get back.
right. And then, Evin, would you like to squeeze into this alcove, hold position, or something else?
Oh,
What would you like to do?
no. I'll just stay there.
Stay here? Okay. Connor,
Yeah.
do you want to stay with Evin,
Uh,
or something else?
I'm gonna face the other way. I am just gonna stay in place. I'm gonna face the other way to keep me on. Try to hear around because I can't see shit.
He just stares back at the fucking.
Their fire pit is now dimly lit. It's not really, it's like embers, maybe.
Yeah, I
Alright.
can't see shit. I'm gonna listen for rats. Like
Okay, yeah.
I
Give your-
can't see shit.
watch the
Why
east.
don't we have a torch back here?
Right. And in reaction, let me see how the enemy react to us. We're gonna make a reaction check. Can't see them, but they're uncertain and confused, right? So you can hear them all like trying to figure out their own plans. They're like you, right? Scheming, right? Like, should we shoot? Should we shoot yet? No, don't shoot yet, right? But in their own language. All right, back to Jerry. Jerry, you ended up. Your results are you ended up launching your spell into the chamber, right, with no contestment or contest. Yeah, the goal was to not
Flash bang the
contest. Yeah.
pole.
So cast it here to indicate that. I'll do a little. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just duplicate this right here. All right. So magically lit from the floor is this area. All right. You can see a majority of them somewhere in the dim lighting, but now it's been lit. Mitchell, of course, got his hammer and shield out. Mitchell, did you want to charge as you were taking the hammer and shield out, or hold position? Because you can do 3 things during a turn: say something, move, and take an action. Right?
Iveen, pass me a grenade and
Alright.
a tinderbox. Like, just like throw them up at me, like, or throw them towards me, or pass them to Poseidon.
One thing. You only
Do
say
that,
one
and then
thing.
I'm gonna hold.
It's 1 round.
I
That's
have
it.
I have my candle.
only-
I have my candle.
You only say one thing, guys. All right. If you say more than one thing, it's gonna count as your actual turn next round. All right.
Okay.
So-
Pass me a grenade.
All right. So you said pass me a grenade for round 1, and you also took out. You dropped that gear. You took out the hammer and shield for round 1. Jerry, of course,
Yeah.
for round 1, casted a spell. And then even you were at the ready, right? So you could react to him. So since you didn't actually take a major action or anything, you can actually toss a grenade to Mitchell. But Mitchell, if you're gonna take the grenade, you gotta drop your shield or hammer, right?
Yeah, I'll just drop the hammer on the ground and grab it.
Could I have taken out my sword after I cast that spell?
No, if you cast a spell, it has to be just a spell for the entire round. So you're busy casting a spell. If you did
Okay.
anything else,
Yeah.
your spell would be delayed. So if you talked, if you thought, your spell would be delayed. So if you tell Mitchell something, I'm gonna actually have to reduce the spell to not being casted yet, because you can't do anything else
No,
but
that's
cast if you're casting.
That's fine.
Okay, so while Jerry was reading his scroll and expending the magical energy within, right, onto this position, so he read a scroll. Oh no, you just launched your own spell, memorized spell, right? The light spell you memorized. You didn't use a scroll. So as you just kind of spoke runes that you, or spoke the incantations of the spell you memorized, Mitchell, of course, he was pulling out shield and hammer, drops the hammer as he tells Ivan to throw him a grenade, but there's not enough time for him to catch it. She tosses the grenade at his feet, right? So, Ivan, did you want to react and toss the grenade to Mitchell? Like, roll it over to him? Because he doesn't have enough action left to catch it, right? He was busy taking out equipment and then dropping equipment. So did you want to wait to throw the grenade at him, or did you want to throw it while he was taking gear out and telling you to throw the grenade? Yvonne?
Right for him.
Throw it now? Okay. So grenade lands at your feet, Mitchell, but you didn't have enough, time to actually catch it because you were busy doing other things, like talking and grabbing your own gear out and then dropping it right after. And then
Fumbling.
Poseidon, right? You just were on standby. Arquebus ready to fire. No line of fire yet. Treble, same thing. Connor, you were watching the east. No activity to the east. And that wraps up round 1. And their reaction in round 1 was they all were just trying to. They were uncertain. They actually can react to the light being thrown. With the light being thrown, at this point, that's considered hostile action. You reveal their positions. So it's going to make a morale check. If they pass the morale check, they'll begin fighting. If they fail the morale check, they'll hold and defend, right? They'll be more defensive, right? Not willing to fight. So they fail the morale check, so they're going to be defensive. They take cover, right? They're taking a more defensive approach to the react. So they react by just getting defensive, right? So kind of take cover. Yeah, lights thrown. They react defensively. We're at round 2 now. So round 2 action, starting with Jerry. So what's your second action going to be after you casted the light spell?
I'm gonna take out my sword and stand guard.
Okay. Alright, you're on guard. Action's readied. Mitchell, it's your turn again. You had a grenade tossed at your foot. Right, you dropped your hammer. You want to pick that grenade up or something else?
I light it on the torch in front of me if I can throw the grenade this time.
Okay, so he's lighting a grenade. Alright, so Mitchell's in the middle of grabbing that grenade and lighting it on the torch. As he's doing that, Poseidon, what's your action going to be for round 2?
Well, again, stand out, ready. If there's a line of sight,
Okay. Travel, same action or
you
something
know,
else?
don't hit one of the fuckers.
Travel, your turn.
Okay. Yeah, so pretty much the same for now, I think. What can I see?
You see Jerry. You can kind of see between Mitchell and Jerry, just barely, right? Kind of between them. You're able to see like this wall here that you saw like one kobold take cover behind the wall. Kobolds are small as well, so they are this.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stand by for now.
Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Connor, you're watching the east. Do you want to remain on guard to the east, or do you want to try something else? The party's getting ready to
I stand on guard.
hold position on guard.
To east.
Yvonne, pull arms, ready still. You toss the grenade to Mitchell. Do you want to take another grenade out, or you want to do anything else, or just wait?
No,
What's your action?
you hear me?
Uh,
I'll just wait.
Just wait. Okay, thank you. Alright, so everyone's declared their second actions, and they have declared theirs, right? So what actually happens, of course, is Jerry stands on guard, buckler and shield ready. Mitchell lit a grenade on the torch and then tosses it in, right? Mitchell? So which way do you
Yes,
want to
sir.
toss it? West, southwest, or northwest?
I can see right there. Let me toss it directly deeper into the cave, towards the
Here?
back wall.
Oh, back here? Alright, west.
No, towards the back wall. Yeah.
Alright.
If I can bounce off the back wall and land somewhere right there, that'd be nice.
Okay. So yeah, that's within range. Up to 30 feet is the throw range. So you throw it max range, forceful throw across the chamber, right? As you're throwing it, of course, Poseidon and Trouble were at the ready. Ivine, and it will blow up because you lit it in the middle of this round. It'll blow up in the middle of the next round, right? And then of course, Connor. Let's see. Yeah, it's just on guard.
Standing
So
guard.
they react to
Yeah,
this, of
and look-
course. They don't just stand there and watch a grenade fly toward them. So they react to a fused, item being tossed in their direction. Let's see how they react. So as a grenade is being thrown, they're gonna make a morale check. If it passes, they'll do something brave. If it fails, they'll just cower, right, and take cover. So overall morale passes. One of them sacrifices themselves and jumps on the grenade, right? So jumps on it with his body. Right, it's a medieval grenade, so it's not as powerful as a modern grenade. Modern grenade is really powerful, right? Bear in mind, this is a medieval grenade.
Little baby dog.
Yeah, he jumps on that thing, right? He's brave. So he passed the morale check.
This means have been out grenades before.
He's the hero for their crew at least, right? So as he jumps on the grenade, let's see. So that was his reaction to what you did. That should be the end of round 2. These guys didn't really react, or something was tossed in. At that point, these guys started firing. Yeah, they went around the corner defensively. They don't advance, but they start firing down. They start firing stones at you guys, right? With a hostile intent, since you guys have shown hostile intent toward them. So they start to open fire. At least these two have. This guy has as well around the corner. The others stay in cover because they're defensive, right? So they're firing at your position from around the corner. 3 shots coming our way. We'll do 1 on Jerry and 2 on Mitchell. Alright, you take the south, he takes the north. Alright, 19 against Jerry, 17 and 6 against Mitchell. That might be a hit on Jerry. Let's check. Alright, Jerry, we've got armor class 5, 3 with the buckler. Magical buckler, and it's doubled because it's a missile attack, so 1. So yeah, it just barely hits, but it hits. Yeah, so 19's a little too high. The 17 and 6 against our other fighter. Let's see, it's not enough. The shield's too powerful. I think that 17 might hit. Let's double check. So it's +1 for close range. Fighting skill of 1, and then you've got shield double against missiles. I would say you're defensively holding it, right? So you've got cover behind the shield as you threw your grenade. So yeah, overall bonus, Mitchell, your shield protects you, right? You're cowering, or you're taking cover behind that shield. Same with Jerry, right? But despite the bonuses, I think that stone got very lucky and went past Jerry's defenses. It looks like it was 19. So with bonuses +1, 20, yeah, it's a hit. Jerry's armor is a little not as high as, of course, Mitchell's. Let's see. So the damage is 1d4 divided by 2 with a sling. Because they're small, they do half damage to us. Alright. So, it's going to be rounded up in this case, right? To be technically a d2. So 2 damage. So, but you've got a magical buckler, which shall actually reduce the damage. So, as it flies toward you, the buckler's magic, of course, it's like a force field almost, and it reduces the damage further. Use that, and of course, it slows the force of the stone, possibly, right? So it halves damage. So it hits you for just 1 damage, right? Pretty much. And that shield arm, right? Let's see. So just a bruise, a pretty hard bruise to your arm. So it like barely missed your buckler, hit your shoulder, right? Let's see. But the buckler has reduced the damage magically.
Crazy.
So it barely scratches him, right? With all that gear, he should be fine. Okay. Alright.
Interesting.
We've taken fire. They barely scratched us. That was round 2. Alright, we're going to round 3, declaring actions for round 3. Right? In the middle of round 3, that grenade's gonna blow up. So, but the start of round 3, Jerry, do you want to just remain defensive or something else, or do you want to charge or something else?
I'm gonna take a knee.
Okay.
So that I can get shot over.
Trouble will be able to fire over you if you do that. So Jerry takes a knee behind his shield. Mitchell, what's your next move gonna be?
I'm gonna take a knee as well, so if I can shoot towards the north, and I'm gonna pick up my warhammer while I'm down there.
Okay. So you kind of reach behind you with your other hand and grab it.
Yeah, I mean it's right by my hand. I dropped it. So.
Shield forward, grabbing the hammer.
Yep. And then he's gonna.
If you want to grab it faster, you'll have to turn around completely. But I'm gonna say you're grabbing it carefully, so you just keep your shield to the west.
Yeah, and carefully, and I'm kneeled down.
Out. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you got time.
Right, so he can get a shot over me.
So anyone in trouble will be able to open fire. Ivan and Connor, you're still rear guard. So I know you two want to fire at this point, right? You guys
Yeah.
are ready to fire, so you'll be able to fire as soon as they kneel. Connor, do you want to just keep holding the east or something else?
Yeah, I'm listening. Keep listening for rats.
Rats, okay. Yeah, sadly, there's not much you can do from back here. Yvine, do you want to just hold position still, or
Yeah.
I do
you want
have
to
my
Yeah.
advance?
swing. I do that after the explosion.
Okay, just hold. So she's holding position. Alright, what actually happens? So, and then they declare their actions, and round 3 begins. So, at the start of round 3, these guys took a knee, these guys opened fire, these guys are already firing. So, basically, this one here on the corner fires at Mitchell, this one fires at Mitchell, this one fires at Jerry as you guys are kneeling, right? You're very defensive, they have a very low chance to hit. Alright, this guy here got a nat 1. Or I'll say this guy did. Ends up actually maybe firing on this guy. There's a chance he hits his own friend in the line of fire. Alright, it's a hit. He hit them in the line of fire, right? He deals 2 damage. And they're the same size, so no damage reduction. So 2 damage to this guy. He only has 2 hit points. So he knocked this guy out, right? Took a stone to the back of his skull and knocked out. Right? Slammed into the wall. And he's like, what the fuck? Right? So they're already having some party or inner conflicts now. Looks like one of them friendly fired this guy, so
They just start throwing
Catching thieves.
stones at each other.
yeah,
They're
maybe
gonna stop.
They're kind of disorganized. They're chaotic, right? Like a bad group of players, but sometimes organized. Okay, like right now at least. All right. Anyway, they tried open firing on your crew. It didn't really work out in their favor. All right, they shot their own guy. We returned fire. Treble fired an arrow down the tunnel. This guy's staying in cover. Treble, do you want to fire at this guy over here? At this guy, which one? The north, the southwest, or something else?
GM, like I said, I can't see the stream, but if you just
Okay, I can describe it to you. Yeah,
give
so
me the general direction,
the closest
and any obstacles,
Yeah.
I'll select.
the closest to you, without any, the closest to you that you have line of fire on, is to the west of you. He's peeking, so half his body's revealed. Half of it is in cover. So you'll fire at that guy. He's peeking.
Is he around the corner?
He is. You're firing at him. He scored
So
a
that
12.
means he gets half cover or something.
He does. You have a 13
Okay.
or +1 for close range with the bow, and your dexterity bonus is. Let's see, treble. -2. All right. So it's a misfire. Your arrow hits the wall past him. All right. Let's check Poseidon. Poseidon, do you want to fire at the northwest or the west? You have a clear line of fire on
Let's
the
go back. Go down a
northwest
bit
here.
so I can easily see. Both of them are kneeling, so I shouldn't have a problem with. Okay, yeah, just shoot the fucker around the corner.
All right. Yeah, this guy. He's peeking,
Yeah.
but you have a better line of fire because the angle here. So Treble can't see him
Let's
as well.
turn
But
this
you can see him.
motherfucker in this.
Yeah.
You got a nat 1.
Letting off a muzzle.
My
next to
weapon-
Your
me.
Great.
weapon blows up possibly on Mitchell.
reroll. I want my reroll.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you
yeah,
reroll
use
for the
that,
game?
Please.
Okay, yeah.
Don't
You're an
blow me up.
adventurer, so you can,
Pipe.
or a hero.
I can get a
Here
reroll.
comes your reroll.
Shit went
16.
off next to my
Alright,
fucking
yeah.
head.
That thing explodes behind you or over your head, right? It fires. You thought it was gonna kill you, maybe. You heard a very loud, explosive shot go right over your head, Mitchell, and into this guy. And let's see how much damage. So typically
Let's
it's
powder
a
next
2d12.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
I think.
excited. And then of course double because it's a small creature compared to you. All right, and you just click. All right. Overkilled, right? So you blew him in half. 27 damage. He split it in two, right? That guy split in
Half
two.
the black powder.
Yeah, you blasted him in two, right? Okay, very good shot. I'm gonna do a morale check. It's pretty intimidating. They are still brave. They hold position. They don't break from that, right? So they see that guy blow up and they pull themselves together. They lock in, right? Seeing their guy blow up.
Their bravery at least is something.
Okay.
This is what it's like to discover America, boys.
They
Alright.
gotta avenge the brother.
Halfway
got
through
out-
the round, this
they're
guy blows up.
Doesn't he turn
The
into mist?
the
Yeah.
blast is halved, so because his body is not exactly big enough to fully cover the grenade blast, he halves the amount of damage it inflicts. His guys try to get their distance, right? So they're not in the blast. He definitely will die. He blows them to little bits, full of shrapnel, right? So he's blown to bits into the wall, right? And then these guys, of course, they're like not in the radius exactly, but they're somewhat in the danger zone. So they're gonna make a saving throw anyway, and there might be stray shrapnel that hits them. Like maybe 1 damage at most. Alright, they both failed, so stray shrapnel does hit them. The damage is greatly reduced though, fortunately for them. So typically it's 2d8. Halved because this guy covered it, so 1d4 or 1d8, and then halved again because they are out of the main radius, so 1d4 damage total. Okay. Alright, so they'll take 3 damage each. One of them has 3 hit points, so he's incapacitated. The other one's dead. So this guy's dead. A stray piece of shrapnel hits him and kills him. This guy's like downed, right? He's not dead, he's dying, right? He's in the middle of dying. There's like a piece of shrapnel in his gut, and he's holding his wound, right? So badly damaged. Western crew cleared. This guy's by himself, pretty much. Yeah, they're half their numbers. Morale check. Alright, I think they're broken at this point. Let me check morale. Cobalt morale is... I think it's 6. Looks like. That is normal men too, I think.
Morale is 6, yeah.
Yeah, 6. Alright, so they need 6 or lower to pass. They failed, so they give up the fight, right? They withdraw. They're screaming, like, you can hear them scream in the corner, like, their language, right? All they can really say in the common tongue is, like, a common word. They say, like, stop! 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 Surrender!
Okay.
Surrender! Right? You can hear them, like, grunting behind the corner, right? They, like, throw their weapons and show that they're disarming themselves. They want to live, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what you do with them. You fucking kill them for XP.
Right.
So I think
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm going to the top.
The
two,
battle's
the bottom.
won. They have surrendered. They're on their knees.
Yeah.
Oh, we can
Hands up in
subdue
the
them
air.
still and get XP equal to. If we
You
kill
don't.
them.
You don't get XP for subduing. Remember?
Oh no. Okay, murder. I want to murder. I want to kill the top 2 so I can level
War
up.
crimes.
Yeah, I'm gonna-
War
gonna-
crimes.
They surrendered.
I'm gonna literally just go around slicing their throats.
So there's one on the bottom. I want the top 2 because it gives me my level. Because I got the other guy with the grenade.
All right, Jerry, you get in there. You want to hack them apart with your sword.
Yeah.
All right. You don't accept their surrender. You just step forward and slash them apart. Right. Mitchell, you can crush this guy into your hammer. Right. That you picked up, of course.
Oh, my God. War crimes.
All right. So this little kobold raises
Hey,
his
man.
hands in the air. He's like,
They're still armed, bro. Surrender!
Surrender!
right, and you just step toward him and crush his head
stuck.
under your hammer.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
I don't speak Kobold.
captive kobolds are more valuable, by the way, bounty-wise, but still not as valuable as a kill, right? So technically, their bounties are about maybe, but maybe about 3 coppers is their bounties if they're dead. If they're captured, it's about 5 coppers. If you capture them, bring them to town, right? So yeah, you're better off killing them, right?
100.
4 kobolds is worth 1 XP though, so it takes a lot of kobolds to get 1 XP. They're about 0.25 because they're super easy to kill, right? They're small, easy to kill, low XP, right? So they can just be a nuisance. So yeah, you only got about 2 XP from this encounter, right? It's a super easy encounter. 4 equals 1 XP. So you crush them. This guy's like bleeding out, right? You stomp. He's got a bruised back skull, like his head's been cracked. You like smash his head into the wall with your hammer, right? As he's like laying up against it after getting shot by his own crew. This guy's bleeding out too. He's like asking for mercy, right? You want to kill him too? You won't get the XP
we
unless
do
you kill him.
mercy kill them.
All right, he's like dying. Yeah, he's got
I'm gonna
shrapnel
make
in his
sure
gut.
that they don't feel any pain, and I'm gonna cut their tongue out.
I got a
and
magical
second-
warhammer.
You
It's gonna be
quickly
painless.
just the hammer is like a gravity hammer. It hits super hard like a truck with every swing.
I'll scalp them too.
Yeah, you sliced his head off. Right, decapitated him. The battle is won.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then that should be the wrap of the adventure. Let me check for the treasure real quick. Alright. You found the layered treasure. Additionally,
Yeah.
yeah, so it's back here in this corner.
Good job.
So you've got their treasure. Let me check how much treasure they got. Treasure type is this is not this unguarded treasure. So it's just they have copper ore sitting around here. It's not like you don't have to mine it. You can just haul it out. So it's just copper ore. Let me check how much though there is.
Hmm.
All right, it's quite a lot.
How do we hold it out?
400 pounds of copper ore here to haul out if you want it. It's already been mined.
400
Yeah,
pounds,
pretty-
that's 4 XP.
All right, so it's ready
I
to
want to take
take.
as much as I can.
400 pounds of copper ore would turn into
Additionally-
40 copper pieces.
They have there's a small wooden
Oh.
there's a wooden case here. A wooden case, a locked wooden case. So you got a locked wooden
Can we
case.
Where's that stick at?
Oh, it could just like smash open.
And then you've also got their supply stash here,
Okay, cool.
which consists mainly of
Well,
course, food, medical supplies, and tools, right? Alright,
Are we okay with like stopping here? And
Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
somewhere?
so let's wrap it up. To wrap up the story, you guys will behead the kobolds, loot their heads, of course. Their weapons are not valuable, so it's not worth taking. For the copper ward, I guess you'll try to carry out as much as you can. I would say maybe like capacity-wise, overall, every crew member can maybe carry about, I would say, a safe 20 pounds at least each, if that's all right. So not to slow your crew down, but maybe a safe 20 pounds for each crew member, right, to hold back. So that'd be about, or we'll do 200. We'll say you can take half of it by just carrying it back to town by bags and such and sacks. So there'll be 200 pounds left. Okay. So you guys will haul 200, right, which would be enough for 2 XP. Then you can pick up the next. You can take the next or the last 200 next time you come back here, right? Hopefully you guys can bring some wagons or carts to help haul treasure out. Get a supply or loot wagon going. The case is easily taken. We can open it back in town. You don't have to open it in the dungeon. Supplies. Would you guys be interested in cobalt supplies, or do you just want to leave it here?
I would be interested.
Okay.
Yeah, whoever doesn't have supplies, take it.
Alright.
But I don't need them.
So
I don't have much. I literally have only weapons and like a pouch and a belt.
Yeah,
don't
but once
have
you have all that other shit, you won't be able to move.
okay. So when it comes to supplies, they've got about 60 pounds of rations. Okay. They've got about 6 sets of torches. So that's 30 torches. They've got 18 bandages and 6 pickaxes.
Oh,
Alright, are we
I want
interested
some
in any
that
of this?
too. I'll take a torch or two.
So
I'm gonna.
again, 18 torches,
I'm gonna take a
6
pickaxe.
pickaxes,
Yeah, attach it to my
Uh,
belly.
let's see,
How many
60
If we
rations?
stayed
rations.
here, right, and we waited till next. If we could all play next session, ideally, mine the shit out. If you wanted to do that.
and
Yeah, we
see.
could little.
Well, I'd probably
So
go back to
18
town,
torches,
back
6
to-
pickaxes,
Yeah.
60 rations. Oh no, it was 30 torches. Sorry, 30 torches, 18 bandages.
I'll go give them to those dwarves. Though. Like, yo, give me the
6
good
sacks.
Shit. I know you found it.
And oh yeah, 6 tinder boxes. Okay, who wants some of this shit? We'll take turns actually. So for Shirley, of course, we're looting the locked wooden case. Yeah, you guys want to bring that back to base? When it comes to supplies, though, starting with Mitchell, do you need any of this?
No.
Okay.
Can't see it on your screen, by the way.
Oh,
Like
okay.
we can't read it. Yeah, there we go.
No,
Alright.
I don't need this. I take a bandage out and start to bandage Jerry's arm.
Yeah,
Sure.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Keep it from being infected in case he decides to jump into a nasty area.
And the bruise, yeah.
Okay. Bandage has been
You can help
used.
the bruise
All it really does is prevent infection at the moment. It keeps the wound sealed. So, let's see, bandages. Where are your bandages?
They're on the ground in front of me.
Oh yeah, these.
And
Okay,
supplies.
sure. Alright. Jerry, what would you like to loot?
I'll take 2 bandages. That's it.
Are you had grenades?
Don't worry about it.
If they had grenades, they would have used them
I-
against
I-
you. Alright. Me? Trouble, what would you like to take?
Yeah, probably just a couple bandages, I guess. Are there no spell books, or is there anything else in the vicinity that looks interesting?
This is everything.
worth
Do you
a
want to
look.
take more time to look? I guess the locked wooden case, but that's already been looted.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Then for now, just bandages.
Okay. Poseidon, you want to take anything?
I mean, we've taken all of that. Not really, no.
Alright, you can always leave the supply stash here for next time, right, if it's still here. But you guys should have everything you need. Yvonne, do you want to take any of the supplies?
I gotta ask, what are rations?
That's food. Preserved
What is
foods,
that?
like MREs.
Oh. I'll just take 2 bandages.
Bandages? Okay.
Yeah.
You want 2 of them?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Alright. And then, Connor, do you want anything?
I will take a sack, a couple bandages.
Yes.
The US just bombed Iran. Oh no.
Word.
I'm sorry, what?
Let's see.
3 times. 3
Bandages.
times.
I take a tinder box.
I'm so glad I can't get drafted.
Right.
Food torches.
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm getting all the stuff I couldn't buy.
We need all that shit, man. Just think if he decides to play without us,
What?
Anything else you want?
he needs to have.
You want a tinderbox? Oh, you already got one. No one. Alright.
What are stacks for?
That's
Uh,
all.
carrying
That's all I'm gonna
supplies.
take.
Yeah.
Oh, we hit all the nuclear sites.
So you don't have to put it in your hand, right? So, without the sack, you can't carry all the supplies. He puts all the supplies in his sack. Alright.
Because I already have a sack, right?
Yep. Most of you should already have a bag of some sort. He didn't have one. He was a fighter at the start. I guess he didn't start with one. Let's see.
Yeah, I didn't start with a sack, and I don't have a sack.
Yep, he has one now. So now you can carry all the supplies that he took.
XP real quick, and then we're done.
Yep, we're about to wrap it up. Okay, so if that's all the looting, we're gonna get out of here with your loot. So you guys will make your way out of the cavern, the same way you entered. The only way is east, right, Billy? You'll carry out all the heads. And, let me take us out of here real quick. Good job, guys. Very successful. Easy enough, right? Kobolds.
Anything can kill the shit out of you in this game.
Getting
Watch the
closer to
mushroom
that
almost fall
dragon.
to fucking level 1.
I
Right.
did wish I could have gone and killed kobolds.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I'll let you go first next time.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, they couldn't really do much because we chose to stay in a tight space. Like, I did warn us, right? I mean, that was a very good strategy, especially if you
I
were
don't
trying
want.
not want to take any risks.
If you want to run in
But
there and
it's
get
that
lit up on all
those
sides, that
players
sucks.
Yeah, that was
You were
probably the
useless.
smartest
You threw a
move.
grenade to me.
Alright,
asked me to throw a grenade. And I did
Yeah,
it.
you did it. It's like you have no idea. I ask people to do shit all the time. They never do it.
that's true. You earned your share.
If we
Okay.
fight outside, though, it'll be a completely different type of combat. So,
I really want to know how war works.
Alright,
war is expensive.
Very expensive. Many die.
okay,
No, I
so,
meant like just expensive. Gold.
did you guys want to open the lockbox back in town, right?
Yeah.
We can do it here. I don't know.
If we had a thief, they can lockpick it. It is a locked lockbox, or locked wooden case. Do you guys want to break it open?
Can I force storage check it?
Yeah, you can just try to snap it open. Do you have tools for that, or do you want to use
Yeah.
your hands? Your hands can
give
get
me,
injured if you fail.
I have a tool.
Or
A crowbar. I have a crowbar.
Okay, you can crowbar it.
Yeah. I mean, give me that crowbar.
Okay, so naturally you're gonna try to force it open, and it could trigger the trap then, right? If there is a trap.
Oh, fuck, here we go.
Your first, what are you gonna pry? You're gonna pry the lock off. You're gonna just pry the lid open, or you're gonna pry the hinges off. How do you want to open it?
The hinges.
All right, just try to pry the hinges off. Your first attempt was a fail. So that means all that happened was you dug into it.
Okay, we're
and
gonna go
it
back
just
to
popped
town.
off almost. You try again.
Nope. Go back to town.
Okay. You want to get it properly opened by a thief?
Yep. That's fine. Yep.
All right.
Take that as a sign from God.
Okay. So, the higher level of thief you hire, the more expensive it will be, but the higher chance they'll get it open the first go, right? So, I would say available in town is up to a level 4 thief, right? That can open it. So, that would cost you 4 silvers to hire a level 4 thief. Would you be willing to pay that?
Yeah, of
You
course.
can use the party shares, like what we earned from the delve, right? So the party, of course, hold out 200 pounds of copper ore, which is worth 200 copper pieces. We can use 40 from there to pay for the locked wooden case. All right, so we pay for a thief to open it carefully, right? If he fails, he'll force it open for you at his own risk. Okay. Pass. All right. Carefully, it was opened. No traps triggered. Safely reveals the contents within. Turns out to be
Empty.
not exactly. All right.
Huh?
Turns out it is a strange hand, a rotten hand.
What the fuck?
That's it.
Ooh,
Wait a minute.
I want that. I
Didn't
want
we
that.
have
What?
a player that had a
It is a rotten
maybe
hand
it might not be this can.
with a bunch of
A monkey
runes
paw.
etched on it, right? So
Can I be ruined?
Rotten.
Parent.
ruined hand.
I think I know what it is.
Well, what is it?
It's a throwback to an old campaign.
It could be the hand of Vecna.
Could
think
be that. That would be crazy.
The kobolds
Didn't we
had
have
the
a
hand
fight?
of Vecna the whole time. That would be crazy, yeah. What do you guys want to do with it? You want to just throw it away, keep it?
I want to keep it, if that's okay with Buddy.
You
I
can
mean,
do
what
whatever
do
you
you
want.
think it's
Go
worth?
on.
I mean,
Rotten hand. I think it's worth.
what is it gonna do for us?
Well, I want to investigate it, and maybe it's got some great power.
Okay.
What do you want to do with it?
Good plan.
Do you want to touch it?
I'll hold on to the hand for now. That way you come get me.
If you
I don't
guys
trust
agree,
magic
or
users
you
with
guys
a
want
hand.
to sell it,
I'm
you
kidding.
think we'll get?
Let me have it. He's a magic user.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let him have it? Okay. So you get the small wooden,
Thanks.
the locked wooden case. And because you didn't break the case,
things
you get to
gonna
keep
become
it,
Evil, man.
right? So it's unlocked now. And he can take off the lock and you can install a new lock on there. I'd say it costs
Yes.
you maybe
Yes. Yes.
I'd say it costs 1
Lock that
silver.
fucking thing up.
You'll get the locking key, a new locking key for your box installed on
Don't
there.
worry about it, Ming. I'll pay for it. Lock that thing up, okay?
You can use the party share right here, right? So
Thank you kindly.
we'll just use this, to be fair. So you lock that thing up. You have a new key for it and a lock, right? So you can keep it safe and secure. It's a small wooden case, right? So it's just a case, a locked case that you obtained. This is for our magic user. You obtain a strange item.
Ming's putting it on business, bro. He has his hand.
Okay.
Thumbs up.
Alright, we're about to end
Always
it.
do
We're
the
about to end it.
lead.
Almost done, guys. Almost done. Alright. So, finally, we're about to finish, right? We gotta split this treasure and the XP. So, 150 divided between the
Alright,
6
give
of
me a
us.
finger.
Is that easy? Or is that alright? You guys want to split it equally? 6 ways?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Because it was perfectly.
alright, 25 each then. So, real quick, 25 each
Hey.
added to everyone's inventory.
Wow.
Pretty good payment today, right? Let's see, 25, 25, 25. Let's see, where's Poseidon? Here, it's 27. And Yvine, you're at 25. Good job today. Thanks for playing with us. Ethan, same thing. Good job. Appreciate it. Welcome back. And finally, experience points. For hauling at 200 coppers, that's 2 XP. For killing 8 kobolds, it's 2 XP. So you get 4 XP total. Who gets the XP out of your crew? It's 4 XP.
Give me 3, please. I'll pay everybody. I don't care. I need 3 XP. That's all I need.
I'm happy to give it to our fearless leader.
I'll be level 3. At that point, you know, my XP doesn't take priority. So
Go and take it, man. As long as you'll be my bodyguard.
All right. He wants 3 of it. Is everyone okay with him taking 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
needs 4 if he wants to level up.
If no objections, he received 3, so you're at 39. And there's 1 left. Who should take the last one?
wait, I thought it was
It's 4
a
total.
24.
The one with the kobold into a
Oh
blood
shit! I
pile
need
or
the
blood.
fuck. I need the last one.
All right. Who should get the
Can I
last
get all
XP?
4 eggs then? Is that fine? Because it's fucking this is pointless.
Let's not get greedy now.
That's not
I
get
mean,
greedy.
he does have this much
I'm
money
not
in the
gonna be
bank,
greedy.
you know. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll pay for it. Like, what do you want from me?
Nah, fucking.
Alright.
All right. Who wants the last
Let me save
XP?
100 copper though. I can spend it on gear for you.
I'll take the last XP if nobody wants it. I'm trying
Jerry?
to get
Any objections?
up there.
All right. Jerry's about to take it.
No.
Nope.
Okay, 15. All right. And then real quick, do you want to get promoted now, or do you want to wait for your promotion, Mitchell?
I'll wait because it's not
Okay.
but make sure that we make a note.
Yeah, you're almost there. You need 1 more XP to level. Thank you all for playing. Hope you have a good day, and have a good rest of your night. See you next time.
Yeah, thanks very much,
Appreciate it.
Jim.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Thank you.
Rock,
you.
Play,
Thank you.
guys. Hope you had
Good
fun.
night.
Good job,
Ciao.
man.
Bye.
How does war work? Is it basically just like a giant outdoor fight?
War is in groups, and there's the only time I've gone to. You leaving?